I'm gonna be demonstrating the Unreal Engine 5.3. Um, I mean the couple of cool things that are really neat about it. I'm gonna have to pause and start the recording a bunch. Yeah, it's just because it's gonna be so large. Because fucking 4K, well, half of a 4K monitor, anyways. Gotta get that quality in there. So as you can see, we're in the editor now. This is yeah, there's a thing that I'll demonstrate later. This is the editor. It's not as pretty as rendering it in the proper game, and there's no audio, but yeah, I mean it still looks pretty nice in the editor. But here, let me sorry the audio might be a little loud, but yeah, here it is in here. Let me full screen. So here it is in the gameplay thingamabobber. There'll be a couple of hiccups as it loads in all the textures and everything, but this isn't like pre-rendered or anything. I'm just like, you know, I'm just like vibing, you know. But one of the cool things that they did in this is they support these like weird textures where um you can like design a texture where shit like reflects off of other things internally or whatever. I mean, obviously the beautiful graphics, the new Lumen engine, the nanite that lets this run at 120 frames per second. I mean, a lot of different things. I happened to get like a really nice screenshot just by chance. Um, whoa, hey, imperfect demo, huh? But yeah, like it just looks fucking phenomenal. It's crazy. So this demonstration is going to be done mostly in the or well, not entirely in the editor. Here's a crappy 3D model of Mario that I pulled in because I wanted to see what it was like to import models. But uh, so yeah, I guess this is a demonstration of the PCG, which is a procedural level environment thing generator thing in Mabobber. Um, So you'd think like, okay, well, if you want like this area to exist, you'd need some like designer to like plop down every single rock and every like little twiddly fiddly detail. Um, but actually, you just need to use the built-in Unity things to define how you want things to interact. So you can see like, oh, there's a giant fucking hole back there, and shit. Like, as I move this here, you just like pay attention to the borders around where this little island is touching the water. It all just seamlessly integrates into the rest of the level. I can't tell you how it works. I have no fucking clue. But say you were just like, oh, well, I don't want this anymore. I'm just gonna like pull it out of here. Like these are assets that are designed by an artist. It's not like AI or anything, but you can programmatically tell the game how to place these assets together and generate like whole levels out of it. So like everything outside of like this tiny little area is all just procedurally generated based on the level terrain. Or, I said terrain. I mean like the sculpting of the land. You know what I mean? So here's a perfect example of the PCG system in action. Just one of the few like or one of the many things that you can do with the PCG. So you have an artist design this like beautiful landscape here with some trees on either side and stuff like that, and then it can use that for a reference to generate this whole path the whole way up through here. And the really nice thing is how quickly you can iterate on it. You don't need to you know pick and choose every single little rock or whatever. You want it to go that way, it goes that way. You drag it up here, it goes over here. It is insane. You can make it go under the ground if you want. You can obviously. It's not impossible to make it like not work properly. But you have to be a lot less careful to make something that looks really good with it. Like if I pull this over here, actually, I think I might I think I might have crashed the editor. But oh, oh no. Oh, it's because I. Oh my god. Whoops. I accidentally dragged it all the fucking way out there, but, just. Oh, well, it's generated that whole path. And it only has to do that once. All these assets are placed kind of virtually in here. So it's not like doing that every time it renders a frame or anything, which is why it kind of froze and lagged out whenever I dragged it the way over there, because it had to do all the math and place like probably a couple hundred of these in the world. But it's really nice. It's you can iterate very quickly on some stuff, and obviously it's a little repetitive here, but that's just because it's using one asset. You could have it randomly switch between like a couple dozen assets that your artist made, but still, it's very, very good. Very good update. Thanks, Unreal Engine.